I'm going to explain something to you about how the left plays a role in Islamophobia. You may not understand why or how, but I'll explain it after this.
The sunset will abstain from all food, all drink, including water. This is an absolute fast, and then sexual relations. And then there's a lot of additional practices that often happen. So Muslims will often try to increase their reading of the Quran. They'll participate in evening prayers at the mosque that are sort of extra prayers beyond the normal 5 times a day. They'll often have like lots of families over to help them break the fast together. It's a very festive time of the year. They'll give extra charity. To an outsider, people might think, oh, this sounds like a really difficult time. You're not going to eat for a whole month. But on the contrary, believe it or not, a lot of Muslim communities, it's one of the most festive times of the year. And there's often an analogy that's given that Ramadan is like a guest. And you're sort of waiting 11 months for it to show up. And then it shows up and it stays with you for a month and you have a wonderful time with this house guest. And then the month ends.
Well, I think the point is
this.
The left doesn't care about Muslims. And so it seems like there is a conspiracy, if you will, which the conspiracy theorists don't see, to seem like the left likes Islam or likes Muslims or has respect for Muslims when they don't. The white supremacy that I've experienced in the society is on both sides. And if I'm half-half and they're okay with Muslims, and I'm not a Muslim, but my father came from a Muslim country and they're not racist, then they should be allowing me to be in their blue state realities, but they won't. They won't. And so, it's unfortunate because on the right wing, you're constantly hearing about how much the left and Islam are teaming up as one, which is not happening. And if they are teaming up with certain people, they're not good people and they don't represent Islam. And because people don't actually understand the positive aspects of Islam that they don't see, that is see the crazy stuff or the idea of, people being control freaks, that seems to be, some of the types of people that end up as politicians, that end up joining forces with the left. These are not legitimate Muslims in some cases, right? So there is no real compassion from the left regarding the victims of war. There is no curiosity that they have regarding September 11, 2001. And even from an official story perspective, they don't speak about how it's been used to justify the deaths of millions of people. So this is how the vampires in our world continue to destroy our world and continue to sap our strength and sap our energy and deceive us, right? By sending out a false message that we're being cared for, that we're being liked. I would not describe myself as a Muslim, right? But I would describe myself as a defender of Muslims, and my bloodline comes from that world. And so whatever hatred goes to them, goes to me. So I know the real nature of the left, and I'm offended when they spend lots of airtime to focus on these groups, when in fact, when we're ethnic, we make these white liberal people sick to their stomach.